Here we go, universal spring clamps. No matter if it's a spring shock absorber or stabilizer strut. Like this format, they have 2 hooks, reinforced hooks. What's good about them is they have a reinforced thread, like a worm gear. It's thicker and less likely to strip. The operating principle, the lower part is completely movable, that is, it only serves as a retainer, the main part falls on the upper bracket, installation, if your bowl allows, that is, it is narrower. Then you can, for example, install it like this on this side. Then it will be easier for you to turn. The installation can be made for the installation of a ratchet. It is placed here, either on an open end or a box wrench. You can insert it from this side, compress the spring. If the spring itself allows you to put on 2 brackets. If not, you can just use one. In my case, it's impossible to install it this way. Since we're bumping into each other, you can see that no matter how I install it, it'll deform the threads on the lower cup. That's why they're so good. They're universal, and they have plenty of grip. We have enough space here to tighten the springs. That is, it rotates like this. Align them along the coil so that they grip. If your spring doesn't allow you to grip both hooks by the coil diameter, then set them to the maximum, in any case, at the top. At the bottom, you'll be able to grip 2 springs. At the bottom, you'll have a good grip with 1 hook. And try to keep your threads parallel in the rack itself. Well, at least approximately. If your spring fits well and fits snugly against the bracket, a little rotation is allowed in this position. But it's small. Don't compress the springs like this, as there's a chance they might just pop off as they move. So, try to secure each clamp as parallel to the strut as possible. We install the first clamp so that it covers 4 turns at the beginning, leaving at least a centimeter from the cushion. This is the first turn, the first one. We put it so that we have access to remove it later. What key is used? We use a 22 key or ratchet. But 22 is convenient for me here, that's just what I was saying. I have access here from the lower cup. We fixed 1 clamp a little, it got into place, here. There is a slight distortion, but this is acceptable, in principle it will hold. We look so that it does not turn, it is fixed a little, and we put the second one. The second one is necessarily 100 put opposite the first one, that is, we do not move the angle anywhere, so that they are in line with each other. We install it in the best place, so that both grips fit as closely as possible, and tighten it. Now we need, after we have slightly tightened the springs, we break off the nut along. With a 17 key on the inside, the nut has broken off, it is already spinning. Then we continue to tighten the spring between themselves. The springs are tightened until you see a good gap here between with a metal mandrel, just the cup itself. Basically, check that your thrust bearing rotates fairly easily. If it rotates freely, then The springs are tightened to the point where they can basically be removed. Then don't tighten them any further. That is, don't tighten them too much, to avoid creating too much tension. But it's safer to work this way.